Hey guys, so let's talk about composite Venus in the ninth house. Ooh. Venus in the house of travels. Venus in the house of foreign things. Venus in the house of freedom. Venus in the house of exploration, in the house of learning, gathering knowledge. Venus is in the house of gaining also spiritual knowledge, like in terms of religion, stuff like that. It is also in the house of philosophy. Yeah, for sure. But most of all, and something that is very nice is that Venus is in the house of luck. Ooh, you guys so lucky, so lucky. It is also in the house of father's teachings. Okay, so what does that mean? For a planet like Venus, a planet loves play, a planet believes in having a good time and going out there and socializing with other people, in looking good, in smelling good, in just being pretty and beautiful, in arts, all types of arts, in creativity such as cooking and dairy products, semen in man, just creating, making children. Woo, that's Venus. Yeah, Venus is also about catching, catching the liquid cash. So now our Venus is now in this house of, also like good stuff, really. Can be a bit serious, but like it's good stuff. What it tells us is that this couple and their love is concerned about, traveling. Yeah, this is the couple that would be traveling, to other regions, to other countries, and just exploring the world in all the senses of in all the meanings of the word, like just exploring the world. This is that couple, okay? And we know that this couple could also have met at a church. They could also have met at university. They could have met at a worship house. They could have met when they were on, on traveling. They met. They could have met when one of the partners was having a business a journey, you know, and or they could have met, at places where there's a lot of teaching, a lot of preaching type of environment. Or they could have met simply at a I would say museum, like where you gain or you gather like knowledge that is like a bit upper in terms of the I don't know, knowledge sphere. And also they could have been influenced by one of the partner's fathers, or maybe their belief system, like their teaching or whatever. Okay, so this is how they met. And because of these belief systems that made them to fall in love and be in a relationship, we already know that there's a commonality in terms of believing in the same things, like when it comes to their love, they agree on certain standards, like, okay, maybe they both intellectuals, or maybe they both spiritual, or maybe they both travelers, or maybe they just like living freely, like they hippies, but there's a sense of agreement when it comes to the belief systems and traveling and being free. Yeah, because this is important, you guys. This position makes the couple seek lots of freedom. Okay, it could be like in terms of personal freedom, or the couple seeks freedom from the society, but they are in agreement when it comes to that. If they're giving each other space, it doesn't bother any of the partners. They agree, okay, babe, you know what, we're gonna meet on Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, but Sundays are just for myself. I just wanna like do my stuff. I wanna study. I want to do my yoga practices. Like they agree, okay, fine, there's space happening, okay. Or as a couple, they could be seeking a freedom from the society in terms of beliefs. They believe that, okay, we believe that the planet is being threatened by these fossils and these things. Like they have this system that, okay, we as a couple, we're going to protect the planet, we're going to recycle, do this, do that, which could be different from their society. All right. And we know that when they're dealing with these issues and these topics, they are really central about it. Like they don't force each other into believing something. No, they just on the same lane, so to speak. Okay. And now we know that the ninth house starts to really be a house that is concerned about the society, because from the first house until the eighth house, it's really like personal issues, but from the ninth house to the 12th house, there's like a lot of open space, like where the community is involved. So it means that this couple could be doing a lot of involvement in the community in terms of teaching maybe the community, maybe they teaching kids, or maybe they teaching, I don't know what they teaching, but like they are doing some sort of involvement, like serious involvement, serious engagement with the community, but then without really being tied to like marriage. You know what I mean? It's like a free type of involvement. Like they are free to come in, they're free to go type of involvement, And because this composite Venus is facing the seventh aspect, the third house, which is all about younger siblings, our neighbors, our neighborhood, small journeys, communication, media, writing, self-effort. It tells us that this couple could be looking at being entrepreneurs, like working for themselves, or they could be doing some crafts that they sell on the side, maybe they are into journalism together, and they're freelancing basically, and maybe they have a magazine, or maybe they are having some sort of, I would say, I don't know, like media related thing happening. Okay, that is making them to be a bit self-employed, like using their hands, working hard for themselves. Okay, because this composite Venus is giving them direct access to have that, and that access to creating things that would make them self-employed. We also know that this couple's communication is very pleasing, is very good, because the from the ninth house, this Venus is facing the house of communication. Okay, this is mass communication, so it means that this couple could also have a podcast together if they wanted. Okay, and people would listen, and through this podcast, they could teach and preach and do whatever they like, like send the message that is relating to their beliefs and higher knowledge that they have gathered. Okay, and maybe they could also be having some communication related to traveling. Maybe they blogging about their travels. Maybe they're going all around the world and they blogging about it, and we're watching their videos. Okay, and we're finding it interesting because this Venice is beautiful. It's nicely done. Their videos are nicely presented to us, so we're watching for sure. Okay, and because this Venus is facing the neighbors. Okay, it means that this couple is having like a nice relationship with their neighbors, or in their neighborhood. They are seen as accepted and loving and sensual, and like they are also having conveniences in terms of traveling, like short travels as well, because the third house is all about short travels, which means from their home to the supermarket, from their home to the stadium, from their home to their market center. They having like an easy access to that. So it means like when it comes to transport, they do not have problems, because their Venus is facing that. So it's giving them access to the convenience of transportation. But with this part, of course, guys, we don't know if this Venus is afflicted. By being afflicted, we don't know that it's not sitting with malefic planets, or it's not facing malefic planets. And we also don't know the zodiac sign it's sitting in. Okay. So we're just assuming, Venus is here alone. Venus has no problems. So with this assumption, Venice should give the couple good transportation, because there are some couples who don't have access to transport, you guys, like they're struggling to get from point A to point B. But with this one, their transport problems would not be there, so to speak. And lastly, I would, say with this Venus, they are either very close with a father's teachings, like they seek one of their fathers, or a father figure, or a mentor, to help them in their relationship. This is the couple that would seek uh what you call it, a therapist, to guide them in their relationship, and for them it would work out, because their Venus is in agreement to such healing and to such help. Okay, they could also be helped, as I said, by one of the fathers, in terms of guiding them and assisting them when they have questions or when they have problems in their love. And their dad would be like, okay, you guys, you need to do this, you need to do that, you need to see a therapist, you need to see a psychologist. And they would do that, and they would go, and it would work out for them, because the Venus is a benefic. Venus is here to help. Okay. And particularly in terms of communication. Okay. Or as a couple, they could be giving these services to other people, where they are communicating and helping other people with their love problems. Okay, it would work out as well. So guys, that was composite Venus in the ninth house. All right, did I mention that this couple is also traveling to foreign places? Oh yeah, I think I did. All right, I'll talk to you later, guys. Till later. Hope to see.